Shalom Yasharallah. Before we go into this lesson, we give all honor, all glory, and all praises be to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash. Right now in our vehicle. So let me just do my best to kind of keep this thing short. Alright. So let's listen to what the guy has to say. Well, the part on top really is what they're really going into. It says Africans, which we know it's not really Africans. That's talking about the land of Africa. It's the land of Kush itself. But the Hamites, right? It says Africans go to Israel and Saudi Arabia to pray, which these are them, yes. It says for protection, but Israel and Saudi Arabia go to America to buy weapons for their protection. And the first question you must understand is, why is that? Because we know that at the end of the day, there's a group of people that cannot learn righteousness. So if they cannot learn righteousness, how are they going to get protection from the Father, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai? That should be in your head. And then understanding that, then you would know, all right, it's because what? They are relying on their blessings. If their blessings, let's get that precept immediately. Genesis chapter 27 and verses 38. It says, straight to the point, it says, and Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, right? And of the dew of heaven from above. And by thy sword thou shalt live. And thou shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass when thou shalt have dominion, and that thou shalt break his yoke from off his neck, from off thy neck, which we are seeing today, Esau, Edom, in their very rulership. So this is a prophecy from the book of Genesis that had to and did come to pass, because we have Esau, Edom, this ruling the earth today, the so-called red-skinned man. Blood near their skin, to be exact. As they in the sun, you can see how red they can get. Right? And we have a video. Let me get a video one time. We have a video of Esau Edom complaining about his life, but look at his face.
I'm sick of waking up every morning and doing the same thing.
Doesn't it look red to you? Like, come on.
Over and over again, and pretending to be happy. Why?
Look at his neck.
Why do I have to do it? Why? I never asked to be born. Never. I never consented to this shitty life. And yet I'm forced to do it. Everybody's forced to do it. Because that's just the way it's always been. Because we've never stopped to question why we do it at all. If nobody's happy and everything sucks.
This is his second Edomite Bible that is bugging out because of the truth, by the way. But you understand where I'm coming from. We're dealing with this not the color complexion, but it goes to show who the Edomites really are in the world today, which what stems from the so-called white man, but not all. But the bulk of the Edomites are of that lineage and basically color. But we know we have many Edomites that is mingled with the other nations and are heads of the other nations as well. There are the Edomites that because of their mingling with Jake have a complexion and have a appearance of Jake, as well as of Vietnamese, as well as of Hamites, as well as of Ishmaelites, and so on and so forth. And Elam, it's very much, it is a very prominent examples in the Bollywood community where you see what very fair skin, close to white skin, Elam, and when you trace back their lineage, it goes back to a so-called Edomite. So, but anyways, not to come off a topic. The point of Remember, Esau was given a blessing because he is not connected to the Father Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. The Father deal with him. It will be more so he will be dealt with more so on the left hand side. So if it works, because remember, by thy sword thou shalt live, which means what? Slay. What is that sword used for? To attack, to slay, to kill. So by that destruction, he's going to live. So why wouldn't he buy weapons? If his blessing is working for him, then why not? At the end of the day, that's their blessing. Right? So, this is how we have our blessings, right, to use, which, of course, if you're not disobedient, right, by the end of the day, you still have no connection with Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. And this is why their very nature is wickedness. Let's get a precept in Malachi chapter 1 and verses 3 and 4. And I hated Esau and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build a desolate places. Selah. Thus saith Jehovah of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom Yahweh had indignation forever. So you're seeing who the Father defiles, who the Father abhors or dislikes or hates, or who's going to rain his judgment on because he has indignation forever unto them. So what if it's going to happen when that time of judgment comes? He's going to pour his entire wrath on this nation. But it goes also to go to show that what? Their very nature is wickedness. They are titled the border of wickedness. This is why in Isaiah chapter 26 and verses 10, they, again, the righteousness is not for them. Let's read. That favor be showed to the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness. In the land of uprightness will he deal unjustly, and will not behold the majesty of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. Alright? This is not in him to serve the Father. Matter of fact, there's a precept, like a precept immediately. There's no way he's going to serve the Father. Because what? Every instance he got to change his ways, he has not. But what did he do? But unto the wicked, power said, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth, seeing thou hatest instruction, and casteth my words behind thee. See? Didn't Esau, Edom, reject the very words of the Father after he was taught by Isaac? Sell his birthright for what? Food? And then get upset because Jake received the blessings and willing and wanting to slaughter him, but it was all set up by Yahweh Hashem Yahushua for a purpose. And it's not like he wasn't tricked, but he willingly gave us his birthright for food, which means what? He doesn't care about the covenants and about the ways of the Father. Anyone that has a brain and have a birthright like that would have taken it. But you didn't care about what the Father had to say, about what was promised to you. And then when you lose it now, and you still didn't care, but when you realize the blessings coming onto Jake now you're vexed. Whose fault is that? So you see, this is the mindset of these people. They just want a purpose to unalive, as by the very blessing they receive. By thy sword thou shalt live. This is how they reap the fatness of the earth, you know? By slaying, by slaughter, by genocide, by poisoning, by bioweapons. You name it. By strategically removing food sources from groups so that they could starve and then this one could take over. This is the mindset of them. They care not about anyone but themselves. And even in themselves, they tend to destroy. Imagine that. Even within themselves, they have conflict to destroy each other. Example, America and Russia. Come on. So let's continue. This is, again, these people cannot be trusted. They stem, the natural behavior is to deceive. The natural ways is to deceive and to slay. And I get that precept immediately. Psalm chapter 58 and verses 3. It says what? The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking what? Lies. Verse 4, their poison is like the poison of a serpent. They are like the deaf adder that stoppeth her ears. See? Which will not hearken to the voice of charmers, charming never so wisely. So, these are the people that we are dealing with today, where it's a natural outcome for them to deceive, to lie, to deceive the people that are around them, even their own people, because we have elites now. Back then in 2019 to 2023, that was putting how to put it? It was mandatory, but they make it as a mandatory effect for those to take the shot, and their own people have taken the shot and was unalive also. So they care not what happened to their people. Once it falls on Jake and anybody else, it's not a problem. It's like collateral damage for their people. But as for us, that's the agenda, that's the goal. And we saw that. Look at how they was pushing many of these shots in the so-called black communities. Their mindset is to deceive. It's going to help, it's going to do you good. And then when I take it, it's going to fall sick. Well, I didn't force it to take it. And after they tell you, if you take it, guess what? If you ain't take it, you will be jobless. You'll be fired. You'll be removed from your work. So you better take it. And now, when you take it, it starts to get the effects. Oh no, we didn't force you to take it really, We're just saying something. I've had literally ministers, even from America, said that and then pull back on their statement as though they never said it. But the fact of it is, it was recorded, so they got caught. This is the mindset of these people. Anything to unalive you or to make you fall ill, to profit from you, is their main agenda. This is how they operate. This is their nature. Let me get a precept in Psalms 10. This is their nature. They can't come out of their nature. It's their very nature to be wicked. Let's read from verses 2. Psalms 10 and verses 2. The wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. Who is the poor in the earth today? The so-called Jakes, Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. This very much group are the literal poor of the earth today. The wicked in his pride. Kill this answer. Right. The wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. For the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire, and blesseth the covetous, whom Yahweh abhorreth, which is correct. The wicked, through the pride of his countenance, will not seek after power, like I said. Power is not all in his thoughts, like I said. His ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far above out of his sight. As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them. He had said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity. So again, if you understand, this is what the Edomites, the so-called Edomites, are about. This is their nature. The first thing you would try to do is run and stay away from them immediately. No questions asked, nothing. There's a video, I believe it's Vietnamese, when a white woman came into the village into the schools. All the children ran away. They were in fear to see the white woman. You know why? Because their elders and their parents didn't fail them to tell them, hey, this is the devil, you know. Look at what they have done to us and so on and so on. So when these children saw that, they ran from her. And she laughing. Why is everyone and they're running from her with fear? So if you know what this person is capable of, and you know their mindset, they don't have a care for you. They don't give a shit about you. It's going to profit from you and eventually unalive you. Deceive you and unalive you. Why would you still try to save them if this is their nature? And this goes to who? There's only a few group of people doing that. No? It's for some reason always Jakes. Why would you try to save somebody that cannot be saved according to the scriptures? That's my point. Boys, I want to get a precept here. Hold on.